Hi, and welcome preschool families. We're so glad to have you here again for our second session of our preschool packet that you received on Wednesday. And in that packet, we already have worked on our palm leaf and our picture, our coloring picture. You can keep your projects in the Easter story folder so that you can retell the story when we're finished with all of our videos. So today we're going to be telling you a story about how Jesus died and was risen on the cross. And so I get to start the story where we were in Jerusalem, and Jesus has ridden in like a king on a donkey. And you can open up your story Bibles to page 419, Jesus' Last Supper. So Jesus was in Jerusalem with his friends, and it was a special time of year called Passover. Jesus asked his friends to make a special meal. Soon Jesus and his friends came to the meal. Jesus washed his feet of his friends. "I have done this to teach you to serve and help each other," Jesus said. You see them Jesus washing their feet? This is something you could do at home with your families. You could wash each other's feet and have a picnic, just like was suggested on the packet. Then Jesus and his friends ate the special Passover meal together. After the meal, Jesus broke bread into pieces. He gave a piece to each of his friends and said, "This is my body." He did this to show them that his body would soon be broken for them. Have you ever been at church to have a meal like that? That's called our communion, just like Jesus did that for the first time in the Last Supper. Then Jesus passed around a cup, and he said, "Drink from it, all of you. This is my blood that shows God's promise to save you." Jesus said these words because he knew he would die soon. And there's Jesus breaking the bread and having a wine with his. All right, we're going to hear the next part here from Miss Holstein.
Hi, boys and girls. I have my storybook Bible too, so we're going to continue on. This is Jesus in Gethsemane. Jesus and his friends ate their Passover meal. They sang a song together. Then they walked up a hill to a place called Gethsemane. On the hill, Jesus went to pray by himself. He prayed alone for a long time. He asked God, his Father, to do what was best. There he is praying. A little later, Jesus' friend, Judas, found Jesus. He greeted Jesus. "Hello, Rabbi." But Judas was not alone. He had brought a crowd of angry men. They had torches and swords and sticks. You see those faces? They're the angry men. These men took Jesus and led him away. Jesus' friends were afraid. They wondered, what will happen to Jesus? I'm going to let Mrs. Mormon finish the rest of the story.
Hi, preschool friends. I'm going to finish the story for you. This part of the story has a really sad part, but it also has a really happy part. It's called Jesus Dies and Lives Again. Jesus let angry people take him away. He listened while they told lies about him. He let them hurt him. That was part of God's plan, and he understood that. Then Jesus let them kill him on a cross. Jesus' friends were very, very sad, and they were scared. Jesus' friends put his body into a tomb. A tomb is like a little cave in a hill. Soldiers rolled a huge stone over the door. See the huge stone? See the soldier guarding that huge stone? The men who killed Jesus wanted to make sure that no one could get into his tomb. But 3 days later, Mary came to the tomb. Mary was a friend of Jesus's. That huge stone had been moved. Here's Mary, and she's coming to that cave, that tomb, and she looked inside the tomb because the stone had been moved. There were two angels in the tomb. One angel said, "Mary, why are you crying?" And Mary said, "I don't know where Jesus is." The angel said, "He is not here. He has risen, just as he said." Just then Mary turned and she left the tomb. Oops, she almost bumped into someone. "Mary," a voice said. Mary knew that voice. It was Jesus's voice. Jesus was alive. He was standing right there in front of her. Isn't that the best news ever? Jesus told Mary, "Go and tell the others." Mary was so glad. She ran to tell Jesus's other friends. "Jesus is alive," she said. "I saw him." Some of Jesus's friends didn't believe her at first, but they ran to the tomb, to that cave, and they looked. The stone was rolled away and it was empty. Soon they saw Jesus too, and then they knew that Jesus was alive. And that's the very happy part of the story. I want to teach you a song. It goes like this. It goes like this. You put your hands like this and we're going to do ho ho. Ho 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 Hosanna. Ha ha hallelujah. Now we're going to kind of laugh. He loves me. I've got the joy of the Lord. And we're making the letter L right here with our finger, and that's for Lord. So you can do that song at home. It's a great song.
Thanks, Kathy. All right, I'm going to go to your Easter story packet, and we're going to pull out the sheet that looks like this. Jesus died on the cross, and then we have a part that we have the cross. That reminds us that Jesus died on the cross, but it's no longer there because he was risen. And we're going to get out our dauber and take off the lid. I'm going to show you how to do this part. Here we go. And you're going to just go ahead and start. Now remember, sometimes these don't work at the very beginning, but if you keep pressing, the color will come out. So just keep going. And if you just keep going, now I'm not going to worry about keeping in the lines, because when I cut it out, which Miss Holstein will show you in a minute, you can cut it on the line then. So I'm just going to keep going, and I'm going to keep filling it in all the way. But you take your time and have fun filling in your cross all the way. Just like that. Okay. Miss Holstein.
Well done. I have my cross here that I've already daubed. I almost got it all the way filled in, didn't I? You can see now that it's dried, I can see my black lines for the cross still, even though I daubed over them, and that's okay. So I'm going to get my scissors out, and I'm going to put my fingers on the bottom. I can do 2. If my fingers are small, I could even do 3. Whoops, I'm doing that backwards. And I'm going to put my thumb on top so that I can open, shut, open, shut. And then I'm going to hold my paper with the other hand, and I'm going to cut along the black line. Look, the line stopped. What should I do? Should I cut through it? Or should I turn my page the direction? The line took a turn to the right, so I'm going to turn my page. I'm going to cut. I've got to turn again. I turn back the other way. There are lots of corners on a cross. The corner, I'm going to cut all the way up. Now I have half of my cross. I'm going to flip it over and start here. Up. Oop, time to turn. Turn. one more time. Time to turn again. Almost done. And there's my cross, all the way cut out. Now we have a very special yellow page that we put inside your packet also, and this says, Jesus died on the cross. We want to remember that he died for us, and he's no longer there. That's why we just have this cross left. So I'm going to get out my glue stick and pull the lid off. Now remember, boys and girls, we don't have to turn this all the way up or our glue stick will break. Just a little bit of glue on the top showing. I'm not gonna put glue on the blue that I spent time daubing. I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna smear my glue on. Probably need quite a bit of glue. I'm gonna try to cover almost the whole cross. Go around the edges and then fill in. Boys and girls, it's easier to glue on a table. So I'm going to take my yellow page again. I'm going to put my cross right on there. Let's see if I can get it to stick. I have to set it down, boys and girls. I'm going to use my hands and push it down. And now I'm finished with my project. You know what? This side is sticking up a little bit. Do you see that? I can even take my glue stick and put a little bit more on there. Then it'll stay down. There's your project. So that's what we have for you today, and I'm so glad that you all joined us. We'll do another video again soon, but don't forget to post some pictures of your finished cross. I'd love to see what colors you guys have for daubers. And we'll have another story and another project next time we get together, okay? We'll see you later.
See you later.
Bye.